A man built an apartment complex on top of a cemetery, thinking he could live a wonderful life with his wife. But he soon discovered that 3 yokai were already living in the building. These yokai loved to scare humans for fun, so every night they'd sneak into the tenants' rooms and frighten them so badly they couldn't sleep. One by one, the residents moved out. The apartment earned a reputation as a haunted house, and no one would rent there anymore. The man hired a shaman to get rid of the yokai, but the guy turned out to be a total fraud. He just waved his hands around the room a few times and pretended he'd banished the spirits, completely unaware that the yokai were standing right next to him the whole time. Out of options, the man turned to Kitaro, the yokai hunter. In just an instant, Kitaro defeated all 3 yokai, and they huddled together crying. It turned out they'd been living there since birth. Humans had taken over their home, and now they were being kicked out on top of it. Learning the truth, the couple decided to let the yokai stay. From then on, the yokai lived in the shadows, hiding whenever humans appeared. People and spirits coexisted peacefully, and the couple even had a daughter. That peace was shattered by a loud crash. A greedy developer had his eye on the property and wanted to turn the apartment into luxury condos. When the man refused to sell, the developer deliberately rammed his car into the apartment's front gate and threatened to hurt their daughter. Left with no choice, the man had to give in. But that night, the yokai paid the developer a visit. They scared him half to death, making sure he'd never mess with the apartment again. After that, humans and yokai got along even better. But human life is short, and decades later, the couple had passed away, leaving the building to their daughter Natsumi. The yokai had long since disappeared, and after years of neglect, the apartment had fallen into disrepair. Encouraged by her boyfriend, Natsumi decided to sell the old building and use the money for their wedding. But the moment she handed over the deed, her boyfriend showed his true colors. He was actually the descendant of that greedy developer from years ago, and he'd only gotten close to Natsumi to trick her into selling the property. Just as the boyfriend was about to leave after mocking her, the 3 yokai appeared behind him. Now he understood why his grandfather had never managed to get his hands on the apartment. Though the yokai looked frightening on the outside, they had hearts more beautiful than any humans. In the end, Natsumi decided not to sell the building after all, letting the yokai live there rent-free and turning it into a true yokai apartment.